Is this political payback? I'll let you make up your mind on that. Utah Republican lawmakers are preparing legislation for the 2025 session, which begins later this month, that will restrict public employee unions, which could have some big impacts on how the Utah Education Association, the state's largest public teachers union, operates. Now, this legislation comes amid escalating tensions over public education funding and a pair of high-profile lawsuits that has put the UEA at odds with Republican lawmakers. To recap, the Utah Education Association angered lawmakers last year when they opposed Amendment A, which would have reshaped the constitutional framework for public education funding in the state. The union went to court claiming that the ballot language for Amendment A was misleading and that lawmakers violated state law in notifying the public, and so lawmakers backed down. The UEA also filed a lawsuit against the Utah Fits All Scholarship, which is the state's private school voucher program that allows parents to take money that's supposed to go to public schools and use it for private school tuition or homeschool expenses. Republican State Representative Jordan Tusher tells me that he's working on legislation for the upcoming session that will, quote, establish appropriate guardrails on public sector unions. He ran similar legislation last year that did a couple of things. One, it required public unions to hold a recertification vote every 5 years, and if they failed that vote, then the union would be disbanded. It also required union members who wanted to have their dues deducted from their paychecks to opt into that program. That bill didn't get enough support last year. There was massive opposition from labor unions in the state, and he abandoned it. It never came up for a vote in the House. Well, he says he's bringing something similar this year. He won't tell me exactly what it is. He insists his bill is not meant as retaliation against the Utah Education Association. But he also says he's refusing to meet with the UEA to discuss what his bill does, even though it will have a significant impact on how the UEA operates in the state. However, union leaders don't believe him when he says he's not targeting them, and they are calling his proposal a legislative power grab, and they believe it's revenge for the lawsuits and their opposition to Amendment A. We still haven't seen the bill yet. It should be made public sometime soon, and you can expect that this is going to be a big fight once the legislature goes into session later this month.